Stand by. Let's
That's
go.
funny.
Don P, the 401, I'm yours truly, Don P. Of course, got my homie Corey Mack sitting in with me. And the man of the hour, Phat Word in the building.
What it do?
What's good with it, homie?
Coolin', baby. Just glad to be on Crescent City Radio again, you know?
Well, thank you, man. I actually had a chance to come on before, man. Who'd you check in with last time you came in?
Allie B and
Al Burks. Allie B, Al Burks, man. Yo, them my girls right there. Much love to them. They went on to do bigger, better things, moved out to the BR area, and rocking out there. Hey, that's my girls, man.
Also, Alex McConduit. He was doing it too when I came through. He's dropping books now. He's writing books for kids and things, you know. He's he's really giving to the community, man, you know. Good people, good spirit, good energy.
Most definitely. Speaking of giving to the community, I want y'all to be on the lookout. I just partnered up with Voices of Our Generation nonprofit organization. Be on the lookout. I'm gonna be doing a lot of different things in the hood, man. And anybody that want to get involved, I need hands. I need hands to get involved. We're working on reopening the Gentile Hope Community Center. We're gonna refurbish the whole community center. We also gonna open up the school. Voices of Our Generation, stand up. Let's go.
Yo, you got my hand. You got Global Future. My man Loco right here, he from Gentilly, you know, so yeah, I know he down too.
Shouts out to my man Global Future, hanging out in the background, just chilling, enjoying the show.
All day.
Cause man, but now that I got that out the way, Phat Word, been doing your thing, New Orleans for a little while, man.
Right.
Veteran at the game. How does it feel with the new success that you had now, man?
I mean, it's kind of crazy, man. I just came back off a little hiatus, man, you know, and it's like I'm ready to go full force, 100% in it now. You know, before it was more experimental, you know, just to see what the scene looks like, what the game looks like, what it feels like, you know, just to be on stage. And you know, I found it, I found the light, like people like to say, you know, like that's my calling.
That's what's up, and I have to be careful when I do these interviews, because a lot of times I have a relationship with people when they come in the studio, and a lot of people don't know you like I know you. So just to kind of catch up some of the listeners that maybe haven't heard of Phat Word, kind of bring them up to speed. Who is Phat Word?
Man, Phat Word is a aspiring activist, an artist at heart, a businessman, an entrepreneur, family involved, you know, community involved, just good spirited, good energy type of person. You know, I only want to enlighten. I only want to bring peace. I want to change the world. You know, I really do.
I respect that answer, man. I feel like I'm one of the same type of people, so I really respect that. Just talk about your struggle as a musician, man, and some of the things that you went through. Been in the game so long, you go through many trials and tribulations. You also mentioned that you went through a brief hiatus. What brought you to that, man? What were some of the trials and tribulations that you went to that made you take a step back?
Man, it's really you know, coming from the ground up, doing everything yourself. You know, it's the finances. You know, your finances go up and down. It's crazy. You know, I pay attention to a lot of cats in the way they came up. I do a lot of research on bands, and because of course I have my own band, The Global Future. You know, and performing with a DJ, performing with a band, it costs different. You know, you got to work a job just to keep your money right. You know what I mean? It's a lot at one time, a lot of overhead. But I'm a hustler.
Most definitely.
I get it.
All right. And with that being said, what made you get back in the game? What was that sign that was like, you know what? It's time for me to get back in the lab. It's time for me to get back on this music. What woke you up out that hiatus, brother?
Man, it was it was the God in me, kid. I can't lie to you, G. It was the God in me. Just came through and was like, what you doing? You know, you supposed to be out here making a statement, doing what you're supposed to do, leaving your mark. You know, that's what it's about. It's about leaving your mark and affecting people. If you can't help someone else, then you're not helping the world and you're not helping yourself. Can't be all about yourself, because if it's about you, then why is everybody else here? You know? So
Word up, word up. I'm gonna kind of paraphrase kind of what I was getting out of the situation, and you tell me if I'm going in the right direction or not. Like I from what you were saying at one point in time, you got tired because you was kind of focusing on what you was going through.
right.
But you took a brief moment to understand that, you know what, it ain't about what I'm going through, but it's about that gift that I could offer to the people.
That's right.
Oh man, that's
Right.
love.
It's like,
That's love, right
you know,
there.
you can bless when you're being blessed. You know what I'm saying? And what you go through relates to what someone else is going through.
For some of the people that haven't heard your music, man, you all across the board, very diverse with the music, very musically inclined.
Right.
How did you find your style? How did you find your style, and how did you come across to do so many different types of music, to work with the band, to work with the DJ? Like, give me that story, man.
Don, I started in church, man. Like, it all started in church,
I
man.
told y'all,
you know,
they hate on me with the church. It started
you know,
in the church.
small, man. Like, my mom's told me that when I was like 2 or 3, I had a little guitar that I used to play and sing, you know, with the choir. Like, my mom's and my pops was like missionaries, evangelists, you know. And that's why I can easily say that it takes nothing for me to just get up and go and want to have it and have that drive to go get it, because I need to reach people, you know, with the things that I have to say. But like I said, it started in church, and then, you know, I got into hip hop, and I listened to so many different genres of music that I kind of, it's like studying and researching, and I just master it. I work on it. You know, I remember when I first started rapping, I wasn't writing. I never wrote at all. I used to freestyle for hours and hours on end in my bedroom, you know, in my room at mom's house, and really just go in by myself in a room.
Let me ask you this question: when you in your zone and you doing your thing and you getting ready to put that perfect hit together, what's the thought process, man? I mean, do you come up with the melody first, or do you come up with the lyrics of the song first? Or is it something that's just on your mind? Like what's that word process? Because I know that process changed for a lot of people.
You know, it depends on what type of song it is. It depends on how I feel. It depends on what I've gone through, and if it how I want other people to feel when I do it. You know, what I want them to think, how I want to come across. And I usually start off most of the time with the hook, unless it's a long verse that I want to write and just get a lot of things out at one time. I just start with the verse.
All right, man, you just now checking in. This is Don P in the 411 right now, chilling with the artist known as Phat Word, man. Dropping a little knowledge on us, man. Got to get ready to debut the single in one hot second.
Already.
But if you got a question for my man, you want to hit him up, all you got to do is call me. That number's 504-865-3635. All right, see, maybe you want to jump in this thing with me?
Did we already go through the name? Because you know I'm a fanatic when it comes to names. Is that the first name you had, or?
Well, yeah, this was the first name that I came up with, and I stuck with it, and it's acronyms.
How did you come up on that name?
Well, like I said, I'm a real big hip hop fanatic. I used to listen to the Roots a lot, you know, and Jay-Z and Kanye and a lot of people, you know, Mos Def, and I always realized that they had two names: Jay-Z, Mos Def, Kanye West, you know, and Black Thought, which really was one of the most influential for the name, because Phat Word, you know, I'm not a small brother, I'm a big dude, you know what I'm saying? So Phat Word, I have a lot to say. You know, pretty hot and tempting word, positively honest and true word.
Speak it, brother. Speak it, then. I hear you. Hey, man, a lot of people talking about, you know, hip hop is dying.
Mm-hmm.
Hip hop is a state of emergency. How do you feel about hip hop in the music industry right now?
I feel that the music industry itself is it's politics. You know what I'm saying? It's just like media. You know, they push the wrong thing to catch the eye, which is things like sex and all of those type of things. That's what they use to catch the eye, catch the ear. So it's image drawing, but then there's the underground, where it's like we're not gonna stand for that. You know what I'm saying? We rebel, revolt. You know, so I think that the hip hop industry it has two different sides to it. But it's all conducive. It's all conducive to music. You know. Yeah, man, that's one of my favorite songs, man, from Lupe. That beat that you playing right now, man.
That instrumental, hey man, Lupe has the craziest instrumentals, and I've always been a sucker for the samples of the old school. Myself personally. Speaking of Lupe, whenever you're not listening to Phat Word, when you're not in the studio, when you're not grinding, man, I was just jumping in your car right now. What's in the CD player, bro?
If you jump in the car right now, Bob Marley's in the CD player. I listen to myself a lot for self-critiquing, but it's so many, man. It's Bob Marley. You got Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Jay-Z, Kanye West, 30 Seconds to Mars, 3 Days Grace, J. Moss, Daryl Coley, John P. Key, Mahalia Jackson. You got
you all over the place.
Yeah,
man. You
man,
are all over the place. But that lets me know that you are a student of music, because I think
the art.
Yeah,
art
it's
itself.
the art of music.
Art.
Hey, dibbling and dabbling in a little R&B, dibbling and dabbling in a little
R&B.
hip hop.
Oh yeah, D'Angelo. Smokey Robinson, R. Kelly.
So when you're doing the R&B side of it versus when you're doing the hip hop side of it, it's like, is it all Phat Word, or is it like, like an alter ego type thing?
It's a state of mind. It's putting yourself in a certain situation. Seeing what other people went through and relating to it, or making someone else relate to what someone went through that you saw, or what you went through, self-experience.
I know you also said in your titles that you do a community person, an activist. Some people just take the choice to just sit back and let things happen. They feel like it's going to happen with or without me anyway. So what made you take that choice to be proactive and to stand up?
Well, is nothing to it but to do it. Talking about it is just talk. And I realize myself that a lot of things are going on in my community, in this city. A lot of black on black violence, and I feel like I'm woke. They're sleeping on what's going on. They're not asleep as far as they can see it, they can hear it, but they're sleeping on knowledge of self. They don't know who they are, and I'm just here to put them up on knowledge. That's all.
Great answer, brother, man. I because I was talking to somebody else, man. We was having some cocktails, laid back chilling, and another person described it the same way to me, man. They was like, man, they sleep. Like, it's like it's so much going on, and that's kind of what I was referring to earlier when I was talking about, like, we get so caught up into materialistic things and what's going on with this person and what's going on with that person, till a lot of times that we don't even realize the things that are going on around us. With that being said, I heard you say earlier you wanted to be an activist and you wanted to be one of those type of people that stand out. You had the opportunity to be an activist and stand on any particular, topic or focus. As an activist, what do you think your main focus is going to be? What's going to be that first thing that you feel like, I'm going to take a stand on this for sure?
It would definitely have to be education. Education and the fight against drugs and poverty. You know what I'm saying? Especially our people. Poverty, us and Mexicans.
Poverty is poverty is a crazy one, because I think besides education, poverty is probably the next biggest problem with modern day society, because I think you take poverty out of the situation and a lot of the problems that we have in everyday society, you wouldn't have those problems. Because a human being is an animal. And if you think about animal instincts, survival of the fittest is the first and basic animal instinct. So if you put a man in a situation where he can't eat and where he can't live, a man will do anything for the survival of his family.
That's right. That's right.
And it really,
But just think, if that man was educated on ways to take care of his family, to make money, educated on ways to, approach certain situations, if he would take the time to educate himself, to the fact of, I can do whatever I want to. I can learn whatever I want to because of who I am and because of what I know already, So I think poverty is a state of mind. You know what I'm saying? Poverty is not just, I don't have enough money.
I believe that. Poverty is a state of mind. I believe that.
Right.
That's what's up, man. Real quick, if you're just now checking in, talking to my man Phat Word. Of course, this is Don P in the 411. You can catch us on CrescentCityRadio.com, Talk2City.com, On Blast Radio, just a few of the stations where you could hear my voice.
Mm-hmm.
About to jump right back into it. Of course, got the new single, Uncanny. About to get ready to drop that joint.
Already, I got a video coming out for that.
Talking about Uncanny, man. For the people who haven't heard the track, man, give them some insight on the song, what they about to hear.
Well, if you know what the word uncanny means, not the familiar, not the regular, but seriously interesting, very intriguing, It's just letting you know I'm humble, I know who I am, and my power comes from somewhere that you're not familiar with, and that's because I have knowledge of self.
Word up.
Already.
All right, you got me ready to hear this song. So without further ado, man. If you breathing, you alive. You got warm blood pumping through your veins.
Already.
You love real music. You love real hip hop. Put your hands together right now for my homeboy, Phat Word and Uncanny on Don P and the 411. Good interview, huh?
Ready, man.
That was love right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did you tell Donnie to call back? Oh yeah, he should have told her too. What? That's why it's on the phone. Tell her to call me. Have her to hit me. Johnny, good. Soldiers out front, showing how like picket fences. Looking like Black Panthers with loaded guns where the pig says. That's how I keep my cycle sealed like Bobby. Get rowdy like Rowdy. On the track when I hit the first floor like a lobby. Rap better than a hit of Basadi. See, I could care less about who wants to top me. I'm more than prepared, but who wants to stop me? He's the prophet, the apostle, the gospels. 48 laws of power, 180 degrees from what life was. Here's a lesson from the wise and the wealthy. Phat Word, unnecessary talk is unhealthy. As brain damage, train wreckage, crash landing, and the injury that's waiting to happen. I see it move, trying to reach the click like Cassius. Nobody's getting called and everybody's a bastard. How you doing? Yeah, I'm sorry, I ran over with the last interview. But I'm too in love with the one that's in about 5 minutes, I'm gonna be ready for it. Malcolm at the Mars, Holly Selassie at the U.S. And yeah, I know you were saying you thought the interview was gonna be on the 3rd. Yeah, I'm gonna end up doing another interview also. This is just kind of like a understanding. Touched by God, never touched by man, and that makes me the uncanny. Speak on it, God, what's today's mathematics, knowledge, power, wisdom, understanding. Touched by God, never touched by man, and that makes me the uncanny. That makes me the uncanny. Sorry about the time restraint. And it is the 504 number. Alright, thank you. Paid all my costs. Now y'all know who the boss of it all. I give it like Farrakhan at the podium. I'm the medicine, they sickening. They same old, I'm different. It's sad to see that they're sad, you see. More than US against the Iraqis. This is now Jesus against the Pharisees. I tell them all how, then I tear they hard down and lay the law down. I'm third born uptown where the poverty is found. Mothers and the youngest smoking blunts by the pound. Niggas carry military
military guns. A whole lot of rhymes to put each other in the ground. The beat sink his fangs, everybody going down. Damn, y'all make the devil laugh so much that he hardly ever frown. When word come around, then he hardly ever smile. You know how the word get down, huh? Strike them in the flash like lightning. So ain't no hollering when the moonlight hit. You tuning in to a greenhouse for the earth. I clear the air, let the sunshine in. Reduce your darkness, face the morning. Daylight's here, my third eye's crying a Blu-ray tear. I'm just hoping I can help us all see clear. It goes, the more that you read, the more that you know. The more words you get, the more that you grow. Speak on it, God, what's today's mathematics? Knowledge, power, wisdom, understanding. Touched by God, never touched by man. And that makes me the uncanny. Speak on it, God, what's today's mathematics? Knowledge, power, wisdom, understanding. Touched by God, never touched by man. And that makes me the uncanny. That makes me the uncanny. That makes me the uncanny.
Don P, the 401, I'm yours truly, Don P.
Your girl CC came in the building.
You just now checking in, that was a little Phat Word. Uncanny, the new single. I'm feeling you, bro. You went deep right there, man.
Yeah.
Of course, you feeling that joint, all you got to do is hit me up. The number's 504-865-3635. Or you can get at me by Gmail. It's going to be donp411@gmail.com.
CC Cameron 411@gmail.com.
All right, then, man, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the track, man. All right, so I see where you was coming from with that joint right there. I heard music from you before, but this is actually this is actually my first time hearing that joint.
Right.
And a little bit different from the last time, but after doing the interview with you and then hearing that joint, I feel like I know you so much better. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a great introductory song.
Right.
I like the track. Who produced that one?
My man Goose called himself Dr. Zuda already. Yeah.
I like the track. I love the way that you came on it. I like the fact of the matter. You came on the track real and you came with lyrics, but at the same time, even though you was dropping knowledge, man, you didn't come candy coated. So I can appreciate that, because I think a lot of times a lot of artists find it hard to find the difference between keeping it knowledgeable and good music, but at the same time being cookie cutter, candy coated, or whatnot, for lack of better terms.
Right.
I'm gonna pass it around the round table though, man. It's the 411. We gotta pass it around the round table. We gotta see what everybody feeling on that train. Yo, see what you got, man. What you thinking, baby?
Initially, I'm not a hip hop fan, but this one I can make exception to the rule. It's not banging you over the head with some foolishness. It's actually got some sense to it, some bass to it. Not bass is in sound, but some, what's the word I'm looking for? Some structure, some
foundation.
I can't think of the word. Yes, it's got something to it. So thumbs up for me.
All right, I got my man Corey Mack in the building. Corey Mack, comedian.
Thank you for it not being bounced, first of all. I just want to say that. Thank you so much. I was so scared back there when you were. And just to understand, my little brother's a rapper. So I'm looking at you in your eyes right now. He's one of those cutters that it saddens me, because I say, dude, there's so much more you can pull from.
Right.
So finally somebody put something that I hear that I go, man, could someone please put that on the radio? That's what I would say. So, brother,
thank you, brother.
Thank you, man.
That's what
already
up,
goes.
Man. Thumbs up all the way around, man.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get ready to jump into a couple other things. I got confessions coming up. I got the big interview with So Def recording artist Dondria. But before I get ready to get into that, man, tell everybody how they can get at you, how they can find the music, bro.
You can look for me on Facebook. You can look for me on Twitter at Phat Word, at PHATWRD. I know not many people use MySpace, but if you want to go to MySpace and listen to some music, it's myspace.com /Phat Word, sorry. Yeah,
that brother promoting hard. He got a MySpace.
I got Reverb Nation too.
That boy work hard.
Yeah, I got to move it.
Hey,
I got a Google Plus
can't
too.
Stop, won't stop. You know what I'm saying? We got to get
already.
It. You know what I'm saying? I'm I have to reactivate my MySpace. I might be missing somebody out there.